Welcome to Astana Times Now. I'm your host, Amir Haidar. In this broadcast, we'll look at the recent Global Green Finance Gathering in Nur-Sultan, Kazakh efforts to support exporters, and an expedition to discover tourism attractions along the ancient Silk Road, among other stories. Let's get started. As governments worldwide explore ways to cut pollution and combat climate change, the emergence of what's being called green finance might be a solution. To explore this eco-protection tool, the Kazakh capital recently hosted 300 global and local experts in green finance at the Green Growth Forum.
The forum was organized by Green Finance Center located at the Astana International Financial Center. Participants discussed the development of low-carbon strategies, global initiatives for green and sustainable finance, greening the banking sector, and green fintech solutions. The forum also examined ways to help countries transition to green economies. Kazakhstan began transitioning to a green economy in 2013 and ratified the Paris Climate Change Agreement in 2016. It also committed to reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 15% by 2030. Kazakhstan also committed to increasing the share of alternative energy sources among the country's energy mix to 30% by 2030 and 50% by 2050.
Kazakhstan has some big challenges environmentally. Domestically, you have a lot of waste pollutions you've got to deal with. You have to actually upgrade your economy to ensure that there's water there. You need to look at sustainability of agriculture in the context of climate change, because the weather is changing here. What's going to happen in intense heat in summer, rainfall, floods, all these things are things we have to start wrestling with. And then globally, the world is changing. As a result of the Paris Agreement, regions like the European Union or countries like China are taking major action to shift their economies, shifting to renewables, shifting to electric vehicles and so on. That's going to have an effect on Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan and, of course, Kazakhstan. This region needs to adapt.
Exporting products from Kazakhstan just got a little easier. The Kazakh government recently launched the Kaztrade One-Stop Center to help exporters navigate the process.
Kaztrade was previously the Center for Trade Policy Development and primarily engaged in research. The One-Stop Center will now offer all services the exporters need in one place and provide comprehensive assistance. Officials hope the center will contribute to the development of regional and border trade. The Kaztrade Center is part of the national effort to promote the country's goods and services to foreign markets. It also recently adopted a roadmap to promote the export of non-primary goods and services, reduce barriers to foreign markets, expand the range of export goods, and further assist exporters.
Currently, the national export strategy until 2022 in the place. As you know, the Kazakhstan have ambitions, aim to achieve the export of goods and services by the $31 billion for non-resource goods and services. In Kazakhstan, right now, we have financial support which going through national holding Bayterek, subsidiaries like Fund Damu, Development Bank of Kazakhstan and Kazakh Export, which support small and medium enterprises for financial services like lendings and guarantees and etc. Non-financial support, which provided through the Chamber of Commerce Atamikin. They make education for small and medium enterprise, and they trying to give the SME new skills which will help them to expand and going abroad with their goods and services.
Kazakh mass media professionals recently gathered in Nur-Sultan for the annual Astana Media Week. Local media representatives were joined by foreign colleagues to discuss the latest trends in journalism, television, and the film industry.
Astana Media Week included panel discussions, lectures, and content marketing. Companies showcase their content and offer creative ideas to local media executives. The biggest focus of Media Week was devoted to interactive storytelling and the evolution of video content. Participants discussed how to adapt stories for video and how to monetize video content. They noted that media consumption is changing and is moving towards smartphones and tablets.
Астана Media Week вот уже в третий раз
Our
открывается.
Media Week is a unique platform where we can discuss at the expert level the most relevant industry issues. It is no secret to anyone that there are more and more discussion issues in the media sphere every year. The reason for this is the deep transformation of the processes of production and consumption of information. The mobile phone today is competing with television and print media. At the moment, there are a lot of nuances in these processes, and not only technological or marketing, but also ethical, demographic, and socio-political. Kazakhstan is the new food security hub for the Islamic world. That designation was given to the country at the recent Islamic Organization for Food Security General Assembly meeting in Jeddah.
The Islamic Organization for Food Security has 34 member countries from the Middle East, Central Asia, North and Sub-Saharan Africa. The organization promotes knowledge exchange and best practices in agriculture, rural development and food security in the Islamic world. At the organization's most recent General Assembly meeting, it adopted a new budget, a 5-year development plan and 16 resolutions to establish Kazakhstan as a food security hub for the Islamic world.
Первый наш шаг – это подготовка.
Our first step is to create a database IT system, which will include cooperation and an analytical platform for food stock information. We're also planning to create a grain fund with big national and private agricultural companies, an agro-investment fund, as well as transport and logistics and science and technology center. We're also planning to create an online stock exchange where all the member countries can trade and negotiate in real time. Tourists to Kazakhstan might soon be able to travel the ancient Silk Road route across 3 countries. Kazakh Geography and the Kazakh Tourism National Company recently completed a 2-week expedition to explore potential attractions along the ancient Silk Road route.
The expedition started in Almaty and traveled 4,000 kilometers through some of the most beautiful places in Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan. The scenic natural attractions included Charan Canyon, Kolsai Lakes and medieval mausoleums. The main goal of the expedition is to inventory the facilities along the tourist route and to gather feedback from tourists to improve the traveling conditions.
It's very important because in the world, our region, a lot of people thinking like a dream because its dream lay down on Silk Road, and Kazakhstan is part of Silk Road, and a lot of potential clients ready to come us if we organized possibilities to visit at least 3 countries. Potentially, we are going to extend these routes up to 5 countries. Most important thing is product development. We have to show in Kazakhstan and translate to the world that we have interesting place and we packed this place in a product.
Thank you for watching Astana Times Now. Stay tuned and we will see you next week with the latest in Kazakh news.